Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Home Life with Rebecca. Today is Thursday. It's pretty early. It's 6:10 in the morning. I've been up since 5. I made a video on Monday. It's kind of an experimental video with my Sony camera that I have. I haven't used the camera in a while because I'm just not one of those people that can open up like an instruction booklet and read it. What are you doing, Cooper? You're making me nervous. Cooper, sit. Sit. And I've been trying to watch YouTube videos on how to work it, but sometimes with things like that, I'm more hands-on. So I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, I tried to make an experimental video because the camera did come with a microphone to like do voiceovers. And I love watching videos that have the voiceovers. I'm not sure I have the right type of voice for it, but I thought, okay, I'll just do like a what I eat in the day and turn off the sound and try to do a voiceover. That was on Monday and I can't figure it out. My husband can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I don't even know if we actually have the right stuff to do it because I can't do it off my phone. I have to put it on my computer, and that's another thing I can't figure out. I cannot figure out the iMovie on my MacBook. I don't know what editing system to use on my MacBook, so if anybody knows, comment down below. But I noticed our local community college that is literally right down the street from us that every few semesters they offer a class where they will teach you how to use your camera or computer. And I think it's geared, like the computers are usually geared towards like older people. I mean, I'm older, but like elderly people, they'll teach you how to use your cell phone, your computer, but they do offer a class that teaches you how to use your camera. Any camera, you bring it in, and it's like a 4-week course, 4 or 6-week course. It's like $65. So I'm thinking when my husband has his neck surgery, if he has to go on any kind of disability, or maybe even if I could work it out. That's the hard part because I don't have anybody for Kennedy or the other little ones, trying to figure out like a schedule depending on what time the class is. I was thinking about maybe taking a class to learn how to work my camera and maybe learn how to work like an editing program on my MacBook. Otherwise, I'm going to sell the camera, or because I think it's too late to send it back. So there's that. So if I do end up posting a video of a what I eat in the day, it's an older video. It's from Monday. Because I can't figure out the voiceover, I might just, because I already deleted the sound off of it, I might just write in the captions. So I don't know, it's probably gonna be terrible. I have to wake up Jillian in a minute to take a shower. Kennedy, we took her to the doctor, and basically she's been pooping in her pants since the summer before. Not this summer, but since last summer she kind of started. She's always had trouble pooping on the potty. She's been pretty much peeing on the toilet since about 3.5, 4 years old, but pooping on the toilet has been difficult. But she would at least just, once or twice a day, she'd ask for a diaper or pull up, or we'd try to put her on the toilet. She'd have like 2 regular bowel movements. But about, like I said, the summer before last, I started noticing that she was pooping a little bit like in her underwear. And then I'd put a pull-up on her and she'd poop a little bit more. But like it was never like a lot, and it just seemed like all day long she was doing that. And then last year, like towards like March, it started to get pretty bad. This summer it got even worse. Like every time we went swimming, I was afraid to like not put a swim diaper on her because we use a public pool. I mean, well, any pool. Like I was just afraid she was gonna have an accident. Thankfully she never did, but she always had to wear a swim diaper, and I have to line her underwear with panty liners, And it's ridiculous because she's embarrassed to wear the diapers to school, and because she is 8, she's autistic. And last September, actually it was last October, when I took her in for her well check, her stomach was a little distended, and the pediatrician told us that, there's a chance they might have to go in there and clear her out to just kind of keep them updated through the year. Try fiber gummies, Metamucil every day, just like, an eighth of a teaspoon, quarter of a teaspoon. Anyway, so we've been doing all that stuff. She will not take the fiber gummies. And this past year, she's also become extremely picky with food. So like where she used to just drink green smoothies and I would just make them with water, and I could put spirulina in it, I could put whatever in it, she would drink it. She won't touch them anymore. And it's pretty common with any kid, let alone autistic kids, to go through pretty severe phases with food. And so her new obsession became banana smoothies, which, hello, is going to block you up even more. But because of her medicine too, which also can cause some constipation, like I would get that feeling, I'm like, she's not eating enough, like I'm just going to give her what she wants. So it was not really making the problem worse, but it wasn't helping either. And we were still giving we were giving like tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of Metamucil, and just nothing was happening. It was like getting worse. So it would be like, I'm not trying to be gross, but it would not be like a regular bowel movement. It wasn't diarrhea, but it would just be like clay. And it's like she was never getting it completely out. And so the struggle was sitting around the toilet, and then she comes home from school with poop in her underwear or all over her panty liners. And her teachers, are aware, and because she's embarrassed to say I have poop in my underwear, so they check her. But they also have other kids with special needs, and so they can't check her every 20 minutes. And basically the last month and a half, that's what's been happening. And like every 20 minutes she's like just getting a little bit in there, and then she's sitting in it and she'll get an infection. So I took her back to the doctor last Thursday, and basically my husband was telling me she's holding it, and I'm like, she's not holding it. There's no way. I think she just can't get it out. I think it's just, that's why it hurts or something. He goes, well, I think it hurts, but I think she's holding it. And so the doctor told me, your husband's absolutely right. She's holding it. And so he showed us with our fingers, like right above her belly button. He had us like kind of press down. I'm like, what is that? He goes, that's poop. Like you could feel it, like this mass of poop. And I'm like, so don't you just go in there and clean her out? And he goes, well, that's an option, obviously, but we don't want to do that without doing something else first, because your colon's supposed to be, like this. He gave us a video to watch. Basically, her colon's like this because somewhere along the line, she had a bad experience where it hurt so bad, and this is very common with autistic kids, so it becomes a behavior thing. She has basically trained her colon, like her muscle, to not go. And so it's become really hard, and the more she does that, the more compacted she becomes, the worse it gets. So he prescribed us like an antibiotic, not an antibiotic, a medicine that you can't get over the counter. And he wanted us to up her a capful, like what you give an adult, a Metamucil 3 times a day, along with the other medicine twice a day. He said it should take 3 to 4 days, and she will not be able to hold it. He's like, so don't make any plans this weekend, because it's going to be a poop explosion. And so you all remember from my grocery haul, me talking about the poop, and I had to buy diapers, and oh my gosh. So we started the medicine Thursday, and I gotta call the bus yard, hold on. Okay, so we started the medicine Thursday evening, and all day Friday, nothing. Like just her normal, what she's been doing. Saturday, nothing. Just her normal, little bit at a time. So Sunday morning I got up because we were supposed to, after church, paint. Me and the kids helped paint the church nursery. It was a service project we were doing. And I was like, well, I can just stay home with Kennedy and long story short, I was like, she doesn't even poop, so let's just take her. I'll pack diapers and wipes and extra clothes, and just we'll take 2 cars, so in case something happens, blah blah blah. So we took her to church, and Adam, you can hear the service in other parts of the church. So him and my oldest son that lives here and a friend of ours were in the church nursery doing all the electrical stuff and taping. So I was in the church with Kennedy, Tiff, Jillian, and Wes, and we're sitting there, and I can kind of hear like an explosion. And I was like, wouldn't you know it, Murphy's Law, as soon as we decide to go out somewhere, it's gonna happen. So I got her up, we went out to the car, and I changed her, but there was hardly anything there. So it was louder than what I thought it was gonna be. It sounded worse than what it was. But I was afraid to bring her back into service. I didn't want to be disruptive if I had to get back up again. So my oldest son that lives with us, decided to just take over to the playground. And then after church, she'd come inside the fellowship hall, and I asked her, I'm like, Kennedy, do you have poop? And she said no. And so I went to like check her, and her dress and everything were wet. And I was like, I'm like, Parker, like, you're supposed to come get me if she had poop. And he goes, well, I thought she was just wet from the playground, like, because the playground was wet. And so I'm like, okay. And then I looked, and no, she had like some diarrhea. Again, it wasn't a lot, but it had come up the back of her diaper and onto her dress. So I took her out to the car, and lo and behold, because it's been so long since I've had to pack stuff like that, I forgot to pack the change of clothes. So I'm out of practice, obviously. My head hurt really bad. I've been getting really bad headaches. Like all day long I have a headache, like a dull headache. So me and my husband switched places that day. I took her home. He stayed at the church to help paint with the kids. So that was all she did on Sunday, besides just her normal little bit. I was like, oh my goodness. And then Monday, none of my kids had school. That's the day I tried to make that video. It was a little bit more, but it was more like just water with the little pieces. But I'm like, it's not. By Monday night, it was a lot more. So I'm like, okay, I can't. But it wasn't like what he said it was gonna be. So, but I'm like, I can't send her to school, because now it's like every 15-20 minutes, and it's enough where she cannot like sit in it. It's gross. So I mean, she shouldn't be sitting in it ever, but I can't do that to her teachers. Like I said, they have other kids to deal with. So I've kept her home. Tuesday I kept her home. Yesterday we didn't even go to speech or OT. I'm keeping her home today because it's starting to be a little bit more, but I'm like, we didn't even give her the medicine yesterday. I'm like, good grief. I don't know. I have an appointment with the pediatrician next week as a follow-up, but I think I'm going to call. If nothing happens today, I'm going to try to see if I can get her in to see him tomorrow. The reason why he didn't want to do the surgery either, well, not surgery, but like, where they go and clean her out, because yes, it will work. He said, if they clean her, obviously they can clean her out, but she'll just end up doing it again because it is a behavioral thing. And so what he was trying to do was to retrain her colon. He said it could take up 4 to 5 months of giving her the medicine that he prescribed. Like, we have a huge bottle of that we're still giving her, but I stopped the Metamucil because he only told us to do that for 3 to 5 days. So haven't done that anymore since Tuesday. No, her last dose of it was yesterday morning. Anyway, it is a behavioral thing. Like he said, somewhere along the line, something happened. And so I was thinking about it, and the summer before last, I do remember her coming in my room, crying, like just her little face scrunched up, because her stomach hurt so bad. And I remember her finally having, now the alarm's going off. Jilly, you left your alarm on. Anyway, she ended up having this huge bowel movement, and she bled a little bit, as you would, when you're constipated. And I think that's what did it. I think that's what freaked her out. She was like, I don't want to ever happen again. I think she like took that, and yeah, so she's like screwed up her system. So So I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna go clean her out and then we just try again. I have no idea, but it's... Anyway, today is picture day at her school. And they do have makeup day there. It's not till November. So I think what I'm gonna do is take her in this morning, get her up and get her dressed, and I'll take her in, get her pictures done. I'm just gonna write a check. I haven't wrote a check in so long because I didn't know if I paid online and I ended up not going, if I get my money back or how that works. I'm just gonna write a check if I remember how, because it's been that long. Take her to do her pictures, and then I have a doctor's appointment this morning that I cannot miss. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I really can't take her with me. I don't have anybody to watch her, so, but I can't cancel it, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But there is some in my morning, but she will be home again today, and she'll probably be home tomorrow because I'm probably gonna take her back into the doctor since nothing, because he told me she will not be able to hold it. She's still holding it, even with all of that. So, okay. I gotta go make Jillian some eggs. Hey, Kennedy looks, back up. Kennedy looks so beautiful. We just took her to school and she had her picture taken, and they love her so much at that school. They're so good there. I love that school. We walked in, they said good morning, and they said she can go first. She can go right back. They had a teacher come take her and let her go before all the other kids because they know the situation. Show everybody how you smiled. Let's see. How did you smile? Where'd you put your hands? You smell just like that. You look beautiful. So she's all done, but I'm going to change her because I got this dress at Kohl's when we went back to school shopping on clearance. No, don't do that. I got it on clearance for $4.75. I don't know if they like mismarked it because there were other dresses of the same material but with like different pictures on it that were 14 or 15, I can't remember, but yeah, I got for $4.75 on the clearance rack. I'm thinking maybe they misdid the sticker, but I didn't say anything. They didn't say nothing when they ringed it up, so I have no idea, but it's a little bit big on her, but it's so cute. And then she has a hard time with tights. It's a sensory thing, and it's hard for her to use them. So I got her some knee socks. Watch out, Cooper. Let's show him your socks. Cooper, come. I got her these little knee socks so she can pull them up, and they're thick so she can wear them in the winter. Just probably not to school because she'd slip in those shoes, but maybe to church. And then I got her those little Mary Janes with her Amazon gift card from her birthday from her grandma Sheila. We'd been saving the card and didn't really want to get her some toys, and she's never really had like dress shoes, so I got those. I think they were $23 for those shoes, but comment down below and let Kennedy know how cute she looks today. But I'm gonna go change her because I don't want her to ruin her dress with poop. I'm gonna say, you don't want to talk? You just said you want to talk.
No.
You don't want to make a video? You don't want to say nothing to everybody out there in YouTube land? What are we gonna do today?
I don't know.
Do you want to do some puzzles? How about read a book? How about paint? How about sing some songs?
Trumpet.
No tablet. Let's do a puzzle.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. What you doing?
Poopy?
You're pooping?
No.
You want to sit on the potty?
No, I'm fine.
What are you playing with? Dolls?
Yeah.
Cool.
I want you to put me.
Oh, Julian's at school, hon.
I want Tiffany put me.
Tiffany has to go to school.
Why?
You want mommy to play with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's a mess. Pick it up so I can change you, please. So, Jillian's gonna be home soon from school. I need to go change Kennedy's diaper again. I feel like that's all I've been doing today. So I went to my doctor's appointment. I had to get like 6 or 7 vials of blood drawn. I stopped looking because it was starting to make me feel sick because my blood like wasn't wanting to come out right. So it was like taking forever. I think I was sitting there like 10 minutes because it was like just coming out so slow. And then I couldn't drive for like 20 minutes. Anyways, I went to Walmart because my son Wesley's turning 13 next Thursday. He has not told me what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants to do. It's too late really to plan a party to send out invitations, so I think he just wants to go out to dinner. I have no idea, but I picked him up a few things, came home, made Kennedy some lunch, made myself some lunch. Then I've been playing with her. I think I'm feeling tired from getting my blood drawn. Kind of reminded me of like when they drew my blood for when I was pregnant, like because they took so much. But anywho, I'm going to eat some. I need a snack because I don't think I ate enough lunch. I need to drink some water, go change Kennedy, and I didn't pull anything out for dinner tonight, so I think I'm gonna do something again with like canned chicken maybe. So we did get some pretty severe thunderstorms last night, and I thought today my flowers wouldn't be standing, but they are. A lot of them I have moved out back because they were done, so I just put them out back by the garden that's done. This flower is like really like in cooler weather. That one looks really pretty, but like these are done, so I can move those. Their cycle is done. My raspberry bush is getting bigger, and our honeysuckle bush, but these are still okay. The ones hanging up are still okay. I did take the one that was up there down because it was completely dead, and I put a little ghost up there. And yes, I put some turquoise on our tree. I don't know, it was just fun. Kennedy painted a rock, and then she also decided to paint the black on our bench blue. So I need to get some black paint to fix that. They're still going strong. I've never felt it this warm this time of year here in eastern Idaho. And today's probably our first really like cooler day where it didn't get over 60 degrees. But the next week I saw it's back in the 80s for a day, and then drops back down to the 60s and 50s. So I think we're gonna actually get a true fall this fall. Usually we get like a week and then it snows, because we got snow the first week of October last year. Our big sunflower broke. The squirrels tried to climb it. But I mean, there's a few flowers still growing, but it's the season. They're starting to die off. Cooper, really? Jeez. Cooper. We'll go out back in a second. I'm gonna have to come out here and start pulling the dead ones probably by next week. Oh, this crazy dog. Cooper, what are you doing? Our neighbor's yard. Our garden looks really pretty. But he's told me they've been working on their soil for like 8 years now to get it so nice. It's kind of nice that it borders our yard. You see their sunflowers are starting to die off too.
He started doing that to me and like laying on me and pawing me. Cooper. Good baby, huh? Good baby. Yeah. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Cooper. No, be nice boy. Cooper. It's just Rosie. I can't pet her. Huh? I can't pet her.
Okay, it's getting really windy, so you probably won't hear this very well. I was trying to clean up my back patio, so I moved a bunch of my pots, like I said. This flower, I think, is almost done too. Got one little guy up there left. Almost time to start putting all the chairs back in the shed. Ouch. We're gonna take the trampoline down too, so that the snow doesn't ruin it. They've actually not broke it this summer. I can't believe it. Here's what out back looks like right now. I've been really tired, having some health issues, so I've been kind of neglecting things out here. Adam and my son Parker have been watering for me, but the garden's pretty much done. I think there's a few tomatoes I can pick or that need to ripen all the way. We had a couple more zucchinis pop up. So I moved all these pots out here. But next year, we're gonna really till the soil out here. Really, really good. So that the sunflowers and wildflowers do better. Just the weeds just kind of took them over. But you can see some of the little flowers grew. And the sunflowers, I just need to get the ones that are taller for back here. Had my seeds all mixed up. I don't know, I'm still happy with our little purple fence. Everything was still very charming out here. We have a lot of tomatoes coming in. Holy cow. Got some more mint. I can make some more tea. If anybody wants to try my tea, email me and send me your address and I'll mail you some. Both my clothesline broke. The kids tore them down. So I have not hung any laundry out in about 2 weeks. My husband keeps telling me he's gonna fix it. I think that's another thing we're gonna purchase next summer or next spring. I'm gonna put that on my wish list, is to get an actual clothesline, like the kind that you probably have to cement down. Because the rope, the clothes were too heavy. It would just pull the string down and sometimes it'd end up on the grass, and then we had all those stupid tree ants. But I think I'm gonna pick some of these. Kennedy was out here picking some on Monday, and we made a little bouquet. That's in the video that I did of me, what I eat in a day. But yeah, we made a little bouquet of flowers for the table. And she picked all the sunflowers off the sunflower plant that the squirrels killed. Okay. Kennedy's still playing outside, but she played with her dolls for a really long time. We've been coloring and hanging up the pictures in here. Her and her worker Carly did the cake together. She's very sad because Carly moved to Utah, so we will miss her very much. I have some laundry to fold. Husband's eating salsa. We're just baking just some chicken wings that we had in the freezer. They're like hot wings. We have like an air fryer in our stove that we're still trying to figure out. So we're gonna do that, some french fries, and I'll probably make a little side salad because I don't know, I'm not feeling very good. I think I'm gonna make myself some tea. Came back outside because I forgot to show you that my husband put up our new shutters last Saturday, finally. Before they were those broken dark green ones. Doesn't it look so good? It like makes such a difference on the house. So I'm really happy with it. Matches our roof. So I'm just gonna have my lemon lavender tea here, and dinner's not done for like 20 more minutes, so I think I might just sit here and do some coloring instead of folding the laundry. The laundry can wait. But that's gonna be it today, you guys. Chicken tendies. I love hearing what you guys have to say, so to make sure to leave me a comment, and I'll put my email in the description box if you would like to do snail mail back and forth. But I'll try to work on that other video. I don't think I can do the voiceover, but I'll try to figure something out with it. All right, guys, chicken tendies. Bye.